as well as... Oh, I forgot I was messing around with that too off camera. I got really inspired. So anyway, from our last stream, we were working on this lift thing. I realized that I'm going to move this over more, but I was working on a little platform bridge design. And I really, really hate this design so much because chickens make a lot of noise. And I really hate the sound of the chickens, at least constantly. It's cute, but after a while it gets really annoying, especially because I have sound sensitivities. So yeah, I made this little bridge. So essentially it looks like it's kind of like a platform bridge that kind of like just really thin, not really structural. And then effectively this piece is what's kind of holding it up, and this piece is tethered to those pieces, almost kind of like a suspension bridge. And this is what I came up with, and it's not the best, but I actually really like it. So what I'm going to do here, I planned on this kind of just coming up and going flush with this. What I'm probably going to do instead is just have like a little platform that lowers out like this, or better yet, have some kind of lowering platform like these, because that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention, we talked about it last session, that I was going to take the scaffolding block and make it into rope. And you can kind of see the outline of the block there is definitely the scaffolding. And yeah, I made it into rope. Like, you can go off to fly mode and just boop. Here I am. Haha, haha, I'm here. And you just climb it like you would, and you can climb down like you would. The only thing I don't like is that you kind of have to hold shift to go down. Although now I wonder, under controls, if I have sneak hold, oh, that's perfect. Okay, that solves my only gripe about this situation. You just need to toggle sneak. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. So yeah, now you have rope that you can actually climb up and down, which is wonderful because now you don't have to worry. Like, you don't even have to worry about falling. You just automatically kind of grab on, quote unquote. And the cool thing I did too, now I don't know how many uses I'm going to have for this, but you can kind of see here, is I made the sideways unsupported scaffolding, the unstable is what it's supposed to be called, sideways look like rope as well. Now, this has a lot of applications. As you can see here, I basically made like a drying rack, or a hanging rack where you could like hang your clothes up. And it actually looks really good, I think, with like 0 mods, effectively. I'm pretty sure you don't even need Optifine to do this. You only need Optifine to do entities, and I think very specific blocks, maybe? So you just throw this into your texture pack and you're good from the get-go, which I think is the coolest part about resource packs now, is that you can do model editing. The only one problem is it is literally impossible to get unsupported scaffolding any other way besides essentially attaching it to the side of another scaffolding. Like, you can't just have scaffolding hanging off any other block as far as I'm aware. So that's the only downside. You couldn't just put like a rope fence right here. And of course, if you, I guess that's a bad option, but if you break that, it just pops all off. So, well, actually, maybe I could make something work. Let's try something else. Bump. So the only workaround that I can think of, oops, there we go, something like this. But of course you still have it attached to one side. So I'm not really sure how I would fix that personally. But you know, there's a lot of options we can work around it. So the workaround I did for this, by the way, for any of you that are curious, so before, you can see the block ends right there. I can't really point to it. You guys can't see me pointing at the screen. But the piece that attaches to the rest of the scaffolding doesn't actually exist. So what I did is that's a 16 by 16, and I essentially extended the texture past its block point, so it actually goes inside of the block beside it. Like you can see here, it looks like it's flush with the fence. It actually kind of goes inside of it a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see the cutoff right there. And of course, you can do this with real blocks too. See, so it should end where the grass is, but it's really kind of over it. And I did that essentially by cutting it in half, and I made one side slightly bigger than the other side, so you didn't have to worry about clipping issues when they were next to each other. Fun little facts about models. Cool things you can do. Ooh, Brownock, getting your stuff ready for your base. Nice. Can't wait to see it, actually. It's been a while since I've looked at other people's builds. Should really get back into that. Yeah, I love hobbit holes. My last base was a hobbit hole in my new Let's Play series, and I like it. I like it because it kind of reminds me of like my original base, but not. Oh, hey, the good news is this bridge produces eggs. So anytime I'm low on eggs, I could just pop by my bridge and collect my suspension chickens. Suspension chickens. God. Okay. So I think we can actually get a little bit more creative with those as well. But for now, so I have the rope, which I think is just going to be a straight up great idea across the board. I also wonder, can scaffoldings be, what's the word, waterlogged? They can. Oh my god, that is so cool. At least for what I have planned, because now, that's even better, because all of the other blocks I was thinking about changing into rope, I don't think can be waterlogged, because like vines or whatever, can chains be waterlogged? It'd be silly if they can't. Okay, so chains are good. Ooh, I could use chains instead. Chains would look good. Either way, I was thinking about basically putting rope into the water as like a fishing line. That could work. Could work. It's the problem is I'm not sure. I still want to work on this. That looks, any thicker and it would look bad, but even then it's still possibly a little too thick. Now it makes a lot of sense for the cranes. It makes a lot of sense. That's like the perfect thickness of rope you would want to use for like an elevator. And I'm worried that if I made it any smaller, it would look weird. But I could always make it, because it's basically 3 pixels by 3 pixels right now, and I think the fence is 4. Let's put one on top. We can kind of see the difference. Can I not put scaffolding on top of a fence? All right, we'll put a fence on top of scaffolding then. Yeah, I believe the fence is a nice 4 by 4. So it'd basically be half the thickness of a fence. That could work. Again, I'm a little worried it might be. I always do 2.5. We'll see. We'll see. We'll play around with it. This is literally just my first attempt. I would also like a better texture for the rope, but it doesn't look bad. It just needs to look better. That's a super basic texture. Anyway, I was going about telling everyone that just showed up what they may have missed. All I did was kind of come over here, and the crane I was building here I did not like, just because it was a bad spot for it. I was thinking about having a crane hanging from the ceiling, but that's also kind of weird. Sounds like it'd be more structural engineer nightmares than helpful. So I'm thinking about just making a bridge here, especially because it punches into this cute little cave system right here. Pretty much right there, this little chunk is what I dug out. And this is all natural. Made a small little platform where you can look out, like, oh man, look at all that coolness. And then over here, you just kind of climb up. Also, for those of you that just joined, I struggled for like 5 minutes trying to figure out how to turn off auto jump. And then right here. So basically, you go through there and you come out here. I still have no idea how you're going to go from basically there down at all. No idea in the slightest. I could try to make like a lowering platform, but again, I feel like that's a little advanced. I could make like a hanging bridge that comes out, which is not a terrible idea. I think a sloped bridge going down would be too much of a steep incline. Thinking about maybe having it wrap around one of the walls and kind of just like go down. But again, I feel like that might be a little steep. And then after I got frustrated with that, I was like, well, what can I do with the rest of this? I like the little pond here, but I'm not sure I could do anything with that. Besides maybe just throw some decorations up there that aren't necessarily easily accessible. Right here would be a good spot for a little building or structure of some sort, but I'm not sure what. And then I like the idea of having like a little fishing dock up here where, because I mean, like, this is a pretty deep pool. This would be great for fishing. I don't remember the rules of like depth for fishing, but this looks perfect. And then I built a little fishing shack here, kind of hanging off, and I'm probably throw up some supports. Doesn't have to be anything spectacular. Again, we're just kind of doing this temporarily until we actually settle on a design. Put a little cauldron in a chest here. I don't know about the work table, but yeah, you just kind of throw in your fresh fish in there. Think about maybe having like, I mean, this looks terrible, so I'm probably again going to redesign this. Blanc, blanc, blanc. Huh. Could do this to make it look a little less steep. That looks horrific. Oh my god. We really need just like little half slabs. Weren't these originally called half slabs? Were slabs originally called half slabs? Or have I just been calling them that for ages? I don't actually know. I'm gonna have to look up some Minecraft history. But yeah, we just need like little corner wedges. That would be perfect. That would be so perfect for so many things. But of course, we also need sideways slabs. That would look great. Actually, let's see if that would actually look great. I'm probably not going to keep this. That looks better. Not necessarily good because of the texture facing different directions, but it looks better. Welcome home, Stace. My partner just got home. Da, da, da. I wonder. No. Maybe it's because it's not on clay? I'm curious, how far underwater can you put these things? Like full on submerged? Yes, apparently. Huh. That might be interesting. Kind of make this a little bit more greenish around here. I'm not sure what I would do with that, but it's an interesting concept. Anyway, so what I was thinking is having like a little thing. That should work. And like some kind of, nope. It needs to be a full block. Which would look like that. That does not look good. Oops. So maybe something like this. There we go. And you could just do that. Or you know what? This is probably gonna look terrible too. Could do something like that. And like that. That actually doesn't look so bad. It would probably bring it over more. But then just kind of have this coming down. Oops. Chain makes a little bit more sense. No, I think rope actually makes a little bit more sense. Chains would rust. Maybe not modern chains because we have coatings and stuff, but rope has always been traditionally pretty water resistant. Even the... What? Oh, what? I can't do that. Okay, there's something else I can do. Trapdoor. Huh. Did I change this? Has it always been that way? That could use a little bit more work. I think originally I just used Acacia or Jungle. I need to get rid of those hatches. The little hatches don't look good. Not you. We'll just use you for now. Okay, so get down here. We will just take a piece of gravel, drop you where we need you. Scaffolding again. So apparently I keep messing up my bars. And then we'll just build up a little structure. Now the problem is I think that will pop off as soon as I do it, but at least it'll tell me where I need to build my box. Let's say here. Yeah. So there, bop, 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 bop. So we can't have that one on top. We're gonna have to have that in the middle where this one is. Whoopsie. Whoopsie doodles. Oopsie daisy. Oops. Again? Okay, there we go. So get rid of the middle one. This one on top. And then we could just throw one on the bottom. Bam! There we go. And now the scaffolding should be able to just kind of attach to the top. Oops. Hee 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 hee. Okay. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Little more annoying to deal with. But look at that. That actually doesn't look... That actually looks pretty good. Now, the crane needs some work. Definitely. I'm thinking maybe one that just goes straight up and then just kind of has an arm out. That's what I'm thinking. I think I have a perfect idea. Actually, I wonder if that would work for... Ooh. Why don't I just use a pulley system for the other one? That's a good idea. So guys, remind me. Pulley system for the sauna one. Oh, God. Bionic, I just realized you've been blowing up the chat, and I have not been paying attention. Food farms of one of your SMPs. Ah, yes. You know, it's really funny. Now that I go back... oh, God, what did I do? That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. But yeah, as I get older and I realize you don't really need mega farms for most of Minecraft. Like, you don't need like a superpower, especially stuff that you have no point of farming. Like, recently I was like, oh yeah, I should build another melon and pumpkin farm. And I'm like, but why? Why would you want that? Like, I get some people would want that, but like, I've used very few pumpkins and melons. Melons are a little bit easier to use. Pumpkins are just really decorative. You don't need a lot of them, especially you need like a cell, like a single pumpkin farm. Like, not even a farm, but like a single piece of a pumpkin farm. Just farming one pumpkin continuously, and you will have more than you will ever realistically use unless you're doing a weird pumpkin build or something. I don't know. So, a wall. We're gonna use a stone brick wall. I really hate using the same color as the stone. So maybe black stone wall? Polished. This one. Oops. Ah. Which one's that one? I need the... Oh, one's the brick and one's the regular. Okay. So which one looks better? Regular, polished. Again, this just looks too purple for me. Wait. Does Blackstone have one? Wait, that's deep slate. That's Blackstone. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so let's just swap those out then. put that in the way about the mega farms. That's true. Like, I'm not saying they're entirely useless. Just for the most part, you don't need a huge mega farm to provide for most of your needs. I think I like this one the best. These all look really good. Oh, God. I forgot who made all these. I want to say Bloody Toast made these? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but one of the texture artists made these. What did I see them use for the beamy part? I know I've seen people make stuff like this before. I think it was just a fence on top. I don't think it was an iron bar, was it? That looks too thin. Good lord, that looks atrocious. Also, did they change the model? Or did our models just get messed up somehow? Because I'm pretty sure originally it was like a solid little thingy like that. That's weird. Okay. So let's see. That's too narrow. Fence. Really should just have fence and walls made out of everything. Please, Mojang. Another brick fence? Like, I get if they want to keep the fences to the woods, but, like, there's another brick fence! I guess it was technically before walls, but, like, why put arbitrary restrictions? Just give us things! Give us more things! Please. Please. Also, I found out recently, apparently they're making a Mojang, not a Mojang, a Minecraft movie? What? It's a Minecraft movie coming out? Is that true, guys? I guess I could do a quick Google search. I don't know. But like, I don't understand. Like, it makes sense. I would like to see it, but it also just seems like, I don't know. Not necessarily a waste, but like, seems like a weird focus of effort. You know what I mean? I guess the thing with most games and such like that is that they make most of their money from merchandise, and a movie would be great for merchandising. So I guess it makes sense. And again, I would definitely be happy to see a Minecraft movie. Wow, this looks horrific. It still looks better than what I had. I think I need more ceiling space, so I'm gonna probably move like the fishing thing like right here. Jason Momoa? At least it's not Chris Pratt. Oh god, that means Steve is gonna have to have a voice. Huh. That's gonna be interesting. So I remember seeing some lifts like this. So something like this, right? Right? And then something on the end to kind of as a counterweight. So that looks better already. It doesn't look good, but it looks fine for a fishing thing. You dig? Still need something, but whatever. We'll work on that. Chris Pratt. Yeah, the Mario movie was interesting. I'm actually glad they got Jack Black though. I haven't watched the movie yet, but I assume he's gonna kill the role. Like, let's be honest. Freaking Jack Black. Even just with the trailer, he looks pretty good. Now, Chris Pratt, I wouldn't say I love Chris Pratt. I like Chris Pratt in most of the stuff he does, but also he's not perfect for every role. You dig? I do agree that having him do the original Mario actor doing the Mario voice the entire movie would get old fast. So fast. So I'm glad they didn't do that. But what do I need? Trapdoor. But thanks. Thanks for that. Nope. Wow. I just apparently cannot scaffold today. About right here's fine. But yeah, the now I'm losing my train of thought again. Too focused on trying to build things. The Chris Pratt thing. Nope, too focused on building. Too much build to focus on. There we go. Get rid of those. The Mario voice. That's what I was going on about. There we go. So, I feel like they could have still used the original voice actor and just told him to go light on the Mario voice instead of going like, "It's me, Mario." Just be like, "It's me, Mario." Like just tone down the excitement, you know? Keep the same voice and inflection, but just just kind of like tone it down. And if you disagree with me, Nimnasign, at least about the Mario voice, they had him do a commercial about I think Nintendo DS, I think it was, and just after 10 seconds it gets old fast. But yeah, they could have kept the same voice actor and just been like, "It's me, Mario," instead of like, "It's me." Too much excitement, I think, is the grating part. Yeah. Somebody linked it when they were like, no, it's a good thing they didn't use that voice. Yeah. So keep the same voice actor, same voice, just tone it down. They could have even done, like, toned it down in post. It's better than Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Which is, I heard they took that part out of the movie just because it got so much backlash. Now this actually looks really good. I'm really happy with this. It could look better, but we're not going for perfect. We're going for good enough, and then we'll go back and make it look a little bit better later. Also, just got a text from my friend Josh, so Fisher will not be joining us in this stream. Josh said he will. He's another one of my close real life friends. He may be joining us. He said he just only woke up now, so we'll see. We'll see what the joining looks like. Okay, so over here I suggested a different style lift. See, I'm not too sure about that because this is still really high up. I could still kind of keep this idea like I said originally and just kind of have like a piece of the platform missing. And effectively what would happen is when the elevator lifts up, it would complete the platform and allow you to walk across. Which makes sense. Maybe make it a little bit of a wider platform, kind of like that. Sort of. Maybe. Yeah, just have a roof instead. You know, that also wouldn't look too bad with a roof, but also unnecessary. So, whatever. So yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna kind of have like a crane on the similar style like that over here, but that seems too big for what I want. I think maybe just having it hang from the ceiling, maybe on a pulley system, would make a lot of sense. Could even have like a little station over here somewhere. Oh, I just don't know how I'm going to make it look. So I guess the first thing we're going to do regardless is make the platform down below. How do I want to do that? How do I want to make that look? Do I come over one more? I think right here's the perfect positioning, especially if I do the crane. Alternatively, I could just do it a little bit closer right here. And that'll give me tons of space everywhere. So, okay. So, let's do our gravel trick again. Is there any gravel nearby I can sample? No. Of course, when you do actually want gravel... gravel, when you don't want to waste something valuable, like sand. I need to make commercials for blocks in Minecraft. Are you tired of your builds looking good? Have you tried gravel? Hey guys, you just chilling out over here. Oh yeah, I think I did this on stream. I'm not sure how much of it I did off of stream. But I basically just turned these two little waterfalls. Uh-oh, someone messaged me. Where was that message? Steam. Oh, hello. Nice to see you in my stream, Josh. In my chat. Did I check my chat? Either way, do you want to play something? Beats me rambling to myself in Minecraft. I do enjoy just the mellow experience of Minecraft, but you know. Yes, gravel has not improved since. It just makes a terrible crunchy noise when you walk on it, when you place it. Ugh. When you smack it around, it doesn't. It's not useful for anything. Like, let me check real quick if gravel is useful for anything right now. Gravel in Minecraft. What is it used for? You can make coarse dirt, concrete powder. That's it. I mean, on one hand, concrete powder is very useful. Coarse dirt, less useful, but I'll still give it to them. It at least has some uses now. It only took them for freaking ever. I don't think he's actually in my chat or just hasn't replied yet. But yeah, gravel's huge. Ugh, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's kind of ugly. I guess what I could always do is retexture it to make it a little bit more useful. That is true. I do have a habit of rehoming blocks that reusing block. Ah, shoot. I got rid of the gravel that I was actually using. I do have a habit of repurposing blocks that don't have much of a use. Now, I do know that some people use gravel as it is for like pathways and stuff. You're wrong for doing so, but I at least understand the aesthetic and the purpose of it, at the very least. So, you're not entirely wrong. Looks like Josh is interested in doing some Heroes Hour. I wonder if he can do the Rogues DLC. Hold on. Stand by, guys. Okay. Let's wrap up Minecraft real quick. Since he seems to be ready already, and I've been rambling about gravel for longer than I care to admit. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up real quick. And we'll leave this kind of my old base. Oh, I love this panorama. Even though it's terrible right there, you can see some of the seams that weren't right, and right there. It's not a perfect diorama, but oh, I miss this old base. This is actually from the updated series, if I recall. Did I update this? Is this the updated one? It's gotta be, because the spruce trapdoors and the shelves next to the fireplace. I think this is updated. I don't know. Either way. That's the good base. That's the base everybody loves. It's like my magnus opus. Alright.